What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
We didn't know the church was so serious when it came to fighting the forces of evil. We thought the only close-up of demons we're ever going to get were those ritualistic exorcisms where the priest sprays the possessed body with holy water. Guess we were wrong. Netflix just released a brand new series that focuses on a secret order of nuns fighting against the forces of hell. Wait, did we miss anything here? Let's find out the Warrior Nun dark secrets and cast doesn't want you to know. Shall we dive right in? Number 15. It was inspired by a comic book. We're not trying to disregard the authenticity of this show, but we are trying to tell you that this show was actually based on a comic book from the 90s called the Warrior Nun Areala. It was created by Ben Dunn. The comic book was sort of like a manga-styled series that featured one nun fighting the forces of evil, and it was actually Canadian. But, unlike the show, this 90s comic book had all sorts of crazy costumes, including the one that Areala wore. It was revealing and provocative, so we guess it went with the time, but it's nothing like the costumes on the show on Netflix. We think they made the right call. Number 14. But warrior nuns did exist. Again, this idea didn't come to Ben in his sleep. In fact, it came when he least expected it, as do all great ideas. Even though fighting nuns and sharp swords are not the first image that comes to mind when they tell you about a sistership, they do actually exist. The author read an article in a New York newspaper talking about a school of nuns that actually trained Taekwondo. Did these guys also have a hard time fighting off the forces of hell, so they had to resort to violence? Or was it just as a hobby? Makes you think. Number 13. Alba Baptista is Portuguese. We bet you didn't know this, but in fact, this actress had her debut in acting on the Portuguese stage. She actually appeared in one show in her home country. Alba was so good she even received a Best Actress award from the Festival Ibérico de Cine. Mind you, this was when she was only 16 years old. She made a huge name for herself in Portugal, starring in the telenovela Jardins Proibidos. She then went on to appear in A Impostora, Fila de Lei, Yogo Duplo, as well as others before making it to the American stage and then smashing that like button if you haven't done that already. Number 12, and she's an invented character. Her character doesn't exist in the comics. We're not talking about Alba, but instead about her character, Ava Silva, she plays in Warrior Nun. If you remember Sister Shannon from the beginning of the series that died in the first episode, she was the halo bearer before Ava until she met her untimely demise. Well, if you do, then you should know that Sister Shannon is actually the main character in the comic book series created by Ben Dunn. Nowhere in the comic books is the character of Ava even mentioned. She was actually invented for the show, and she took on the leading role in the series. Guess Netflix wanted to part ways from the original story of the comics. Number 11. Fans hate Ava's monologues. And we, for one, agree. Even though the showrunner decided to add these monologues to the character so she can explain to the audience what's going on, we don't really think that they're necessary. With all of the things going on in the 10 episodes, Simon Barry thought that we, the fans, would need a little bit of an explanation as to what's going on in front of us. But that's not really true. We understand the show pretty well, and we think we speak for everyone when we say that we don't really need the long monologues. It only slows down the show.
It's cool. I mean, you can roll with my preset if you want.
Roll with his presets? Wait, is he flirting with me?
But I gotta warn you, it's intense.
Oh, definitely flirting.
Number 10. Lilith's identity. If you've read your Bible, then you probably know who Lilith is. If you didn't, don't worry. We'll fill you in. She is the first woman of Adam, made from the same clay as him. But then she was replaced with Eve when God was not satisfied with her. In the series, she is bent on killing Ava and retrieving the halo for herself. Even though that she was the main antagonist until the middle of the series, she actually ended up dying when she tried to save Ava from Tarask Demon. But to our surprise, she wasn't actually dead. She came back, and she came back stronger from the other side. If you didn't notice, she actually knew that Ava shouldn't go to the chamber beneath the Vatican because Adriel was there. But now, could she have possibly known? What did they uncover when she was trapped in that portal? Number 9. Alba Baptista speaks 4 languages. When we saw her in the first episode of Warrior Nun, she was no way that we could tell that she was from Portugal. She speaks English like she's been living in America all of her life, but that's only a quarter of her talents. Why a quarter? Well, it's because Alba speaks 4 languages. They include Portuguese, obviously, English, French, and German. Whoa. Guess she has really taken her dreams of becoming an international star seriously. The only thing we can say about the show is that she is brilliant in it.
19.
Number 8. It was filmed in Spain. If you were wondering how the series managed to catch such breathtaking shots of nature, then look no further than Spain. Some of those marvelous shots in the old town were actually shot in many different locations across Spain, including Marbella, Sevilla, Ronda, Antequera, and many others. The crew was there for around 4 months filming the show, from March 11th, 2019 until July 5th, 2019. There were consistent camera crews that were trying to get all the amazing shots for the show.
Hey! Hey! Can I have one?
Are you sure?
No?
Number 7. Are the Terrasks actually good? We believed Father Vincent when he told us that the Terrasks are demons from hell that are evil and visit Earth for short periods of time. And when they killed Lilith, we believed him even more. However, things began to change when we found out that Father Vincent was evil and made a pact with Adriel. We know that they are a part of the stone walls beneath the Vatican, and Adriel used them to create his shield and armor. So, maybe, just maybe, the Terrasks are actually sent from heaven to destroy Adriel. Number 6. Sister Shannon or Adriel? When Sister Shannon appeared in Ava's dream to tell her that she should end the Order of the Cruciform so other women wouldn't have to suffer fighting demons in their lives, we grew suspicious. We know that Adriel can change his form, so maybe he used some sort of spell to cast himself inside the dream of Ava and convince her to end the OCS so that the demons could reign supreme once the last Halo bearer is dead. Number 5. Julian Salvius' portal leads to... If you thought that the portal was actually a portal to heaven, as Julian said, then you're sadly mistaken. Adriel had much bigger plans for himself to let such a powerful device fall in the hands of mere mortals. You know that the angel came to Michael's dream helped Julian build the portal, and we immediately knew that the portal served for something else when Father Vincent told Adriel the gateway was ready. Number 4. Is Ava the last warrior nun? Even though she refused the halo that's been attached to her back, when Sister Shannon came to her dream and told her to end the Order of the Cruciform Sword once and for all, she agreed to become the halo bearer. The problem with this is, we don't really know who's actually the person in Ava's dream. It could have been Adriel in the form of a Shannon. Plus, we don't know what will happen to Ava should she decide to separate the halo from her back. It could end up killing her. Number 3. The name of the episodes. One of the very interesting things about the show that not many people notice is the name of each individual episode. The name of episode 3 is Ephesians 6:11, and if you look it up, this actually translates to put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. And as you already know, this is tightly tied to the plot of the episode. Now you know the show takes its Bible roots seriously. Number 2. Adriel the Demon. We talked about him extensively in this video, so this becomes as no surprise now, but in fact, it came as a big surprise when we found out that Adriel was actually plotting against Ava and the warrior nuns all along. He initially gave the halo to Areala, the first warrior nun, but then we found out that he might have been trying to retrieve the powerful artifact for himself. Number 1. The ending of Shotgun Mary.
I'm going to be the last warrior nun.
The ending of Shotgun Mary is also the ending of the first season. When she is swarmed by the demonic minions controlled by Adriel, we're left wondering if she is going to come back for the second season. Knowing that she has kicked everyone's ass so far, we won't be surprised if she actually returns later in the series. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, what are some other secrets we didn't mention here? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.